Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Pretty sort of obviously quiet day on the markets today. Generally speaking, the trending stocks are doing okay. I think the one sector to talk about is gold, and obviously at Equity Story, we're trending gold. We've got a nice 3-year growth portfolio. And we do think gold is certainly a really important hedge, short term, long term, medium term to hold. Um, the question is, we said this before. The big catalyst we think of gold going up is when nations around the world start crumbling and there's serious political issues. And I'd just like to play you something. It was really good. I'd actually heard about this economist before, a guy called Mark Blythe, a Scottish guy, and someone just reminded me of him today. And I'd just like to play a little bit. He recently he predicted, obviously exactly, he predicted Brexit. He predicted Trump. He's got a history of sort of getting things pretty close. And I'd just like you to hear what he's saying about Europe. What he's obviously saying, he obviously believes that there's going to be huge issues in Europe, in France and Italy, and even in Germany, and possibly next year we could see some huge disruptions in the EU. And a lot of his belief and all this reaction we've seen recently, and obviously Trump getting in, is a result of really sort of unfair policies over the last sort of 15 years, which have really benefited a few people in society. Where I think, in a way, sort of capitalism has given way to some sort of preferred socialist type policies. And just at the end, he gives some very interesting stats on on bonuses that have been given out in the states over the last in 2015. I think what he's seriously saying. He honestly believes that just the policies of the last 15, 20 years. This is what we're seeing now with Brexit and Trump getting in, and this is just now going to shake Europe maybe over the next 6 months. So gold. You're trending the Fed. You're trending the world economy and world events. And I think possibly with the collapse of Europe, you want to hold your gold. If it goes down, buy more because I think it's an important. It's got to be a very important part of any portfolio. Um, just before we go tonight, just want to talk about one of our sort of little 10 baggers. This one we put on a while ago. It hasn't really shone yet, and like I've always said with these little 10 baggers, you obviously need a little bit of patience. And Activistic is a great little company, and it's come back now. Like there you go, typical sort of exhaust pattern after a big turn up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 should hold that level. A bit of good news turn up from it. But Activistic is I'll just bring you over the website here so you can have a look at it. Activistic, it's a great system where it does these online payments for charities, and you can basically give money to charities for your telephone bill, which is absolutely fantastic. And they're gradually growing their earnings and getting more and more people on board. They've had some decent sort of acquisitions recently to obviously help them grow their earnings as well. And I think this company is potentially setting itself up for a pretty good future. Originally, when we put this company out as a buy, now what's important to understand, Activistic ACU is trading a market cap around, I think it's around sort of 13, 15 million. And just have a check. Yeah, 13 million is where it's trading. Now, one of the analysts at Equity Story came to me the other day and said, Dave, you should see this company. We should look. This is really exciting. And I said, what is it? And he said, it's this company called PushPay. Now, PushPay does exactly the same as Activistic. It's a little bit further, obviously, down the chain. It's got revenue of 44 million a year, and this company's got a market cap of 445 million. And originally, when we put Activistic on, we were looking at this company in New Zealand and just seeing, obviously, could Activistic be another PushPay? And I just think it's a very interesting comparison. I think it just shows if Activistic ACU can keep growing its revenue and get its story right, there's no reason why it can't be another PushPay. And PushPay is an interesting story, even at 445 million. It seems to be growing very, very fast in the States. It seems to be growing its revenue. However, I'm certainly happier than we're in the Activistic for this sort of market cap and this sort of potential. So I think if you're not in it, it's still a little 10 bagger. And at the moment this year, I think that, like I've said to you before, the general market isn't really sort of digging these sort of stories. But I think certainly Activistic is one always to keep at the moment on your watch list. And if it can emulate PushPay, then I think it could be a fantastic little 10 bagger in years to come. Just also like to say, I think there's a really interesting presentation done out with Money MNY, Money3, a recent 10 bagger. Obviously, it's had a nice run up. It's come back to the sort of 20-day moving average on a weekly. It's pretty bullish. I think they've got a great little business model, and just reading the report today, I think that they've got a really niche area where they're giving loans on sort of second-hand cars, and I think it's growing around sort of 30% a year. I think Money3 could be again another really quite bullish stock for us in the future. That's all I've got to say tonight, Equity Story. Gold, we're confident with gold. We like the gold story. We're not going to get shaken off on it for reasons a few of the reasons we've talked about tonight. And keep your eye on Activistic, and I look forward to bringing you this report tomorrow night. Good night.